I remember there was a sign on the Die Hard wall in the office that said, "Beware the toes you step on today, for they may be connected to that you have to kiss them off."
It's really cool to be a judge in my position because I really don't have to pay attention to the law.
You want me to be the most despicable Negro in the history of cinema.
Samuel L. Jackson has reportedly claimed Steve Harvey allegedly arranged a hit on Cat Williams. Yes, you heard that right, a hit.
Yeah. It's like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Because it was that kind of challenge to me, and it looked like that kind of fun.
If that weren't enough, Jackson didn't hesitate to call Harvey out for his relentless pursuit to destroy Cat's career, dragging other A-listers into the drama and exposing a darker side of Harvey.
He was upset with Steve because he said Steve tried to get him taken off for the Ocean's movie he did.
Ocean's 11?
Yeah, and tried to vie for his part after he already got hired.
Is this the end of Steve Harvey's empire? Is Hollywood finally turning its back on one of its biggest names? The tea is hot, and it's about to spill everywhere. Let's break it all down.
Yeah, none of that's because of celebrity, as you know, Mr. King.
You'd think Samuel L. Jackson and Steve Harvey, two of the biggest names in showbiz, would be close friends, right? Both are wildly successful and iconic in their own lanes, so it seems natural they'd hit it off. But surprisingly, that's not the case. Rumor has it there's serious bad blood between the two, and it's not just about Samuel's no-nonsense demeanor or Steve's signature mustache. The whispers suggest something deeper, a possible scandal involving Steve and some shocking allegations.
And the fact of the matter is, we watched this nigga get murdered right in front of our own face. And the nigga knew it was finna happen. He told us, and we didn't know.
And here's where it gets wild. Cat Williams, Hollywood's outspoken whistleblower, might be the one pulling back the curtain. Known for exposing the hidden truths of the entertainment industry, Cat isn't holding back. Could he be the one revealing Steve's alleged dark secrets? The drama runs deep, and if these rumors are true, Samuel might have some explosive things to say. Stay tuned, this story is far from over.
He was upset with Steve because he said Steve tried to get him taken off for the Ocean's movie he did.
Ocean's 11?
Yeah, and tried to vie for his part after he already got hired.
Wow.
And Bernie never lied to him.
Cat Williams fearlessly tackles controversial topics that some might find unsettling, confronting issues that seem to draw disapproval from certain factions within the industry. Multiple incidents indicate that Hollywood may be trying to distance itself from Cat, possibly in response to his steadfast and unwavering stance on these matters.
Why? Because, you know, ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16.
Cat Williams is undeniably recognized as one of the funniest comedians of his time, acclaimed for his raw wit and captivating performances in successful stand-up specials. Despite his talent and respect within Hollywood's comedy circles, Williams hasn't attained the same mainstream exposure as some of his peers. A supporter observed, unlike Kevin Hart, he hasn't pursued leading roles in blockbuster movies, nor does he host a show like Steve Harvey. At times, Williams has voiced feelings of despair, even stating, "I'm just gonna go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up. I'm kinda done. I've already discussed it with my kids. I wasn't really gonna do it on a Seattle street. I was going to Los Angeles and do it in the offices of ICM or Live Nation." Persistent rumors have circulated, suggesting Williams may have been sidelined by the industry, sparking questions about why he hasn't reached the same level of success as figures like Steve Harvey. Notably, Williams and Harvey have had a strained relationship for over a decade, hinting at a significant factor behind their ongoing discord.
Well, you know, to be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show.
But it seems like Samuel L. Jackson has also joined hands with Cat to remind Steve that industry is still not taken over by the evils. Samuel Jackson is known for his humor, but this time he's not joking around. Rumors are swirling that there's some significant dirt lurking in Steve Harvey's past, known only to a select few. Steve Harvey isn't the type to brush off allegations lightly, and if Samuel is truly preparing to expose something, it could spark a major clash between the two celebrities. Speculation is rampant about what secrets Steve might be concealing, and everyone is eager to uncover the truth.
Haven't been in there about an hour, changing radio stations and TV stations every 8 minutes or whatever. he just called me.
Steve Harvey may have risen to fame with his stand-up comedy and hit talk shows, but not everyone in Hollywood is a fan. Surprisingly, Samuel L. Jackson seems to be keeping his distance from the Steve Harvey fan club. In an industry that often highlights the camaraderie among black celebrities, their dynamic is more like oil and water. While Samuel shared a strong bond with the late Bernie Mac, and Steve has shown close ties to stars like Martin Lawrence, his relationship with Jackson tells a very different story. The two seem to lack that natural chemistry, with an underlying tension that's hard to ignore.
Or take the praise for what it is, or understand that, okay, if I do this, it's gonna be more trouble than it's worth.
That's right.
You know, so a moment of instant gratification.
The entertainment industry has been weathering a storm of bad news lately, with some major celebrities finding themselves at the center of controversy. From simply bad to downright inhumane, the headlines have been relentless. And one star who seems to frequently find themselves in the less than flattering category is rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Already tangled up in a web of dark headlines, he's back in the spotlight once again, this time embroiled in yet another messy situation involving one of his exes.
Because I'm so quiet, there's been so many stories that have been made up about me. Like I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we had like this whole relationship.
Celebrity connections often weave intricate and unexpected tales, and the involvement of Lori Harvey adds yet another layer of intrigue to the mix. Rumors have long swirled around Lori's past relationship with Diddy, which raised eyebrows not only for its unconventional nature, but also because of her prior connection to Diddy's son. For many, it's a scenario that feels as complicated as it is peculiar. Speculation suggests that Lori's relationship with Diddy might have been more than just a romantic entanglement. Some claim it could have been tied to undisclosed debts, possibly hers rather than her father, Steve Harvey's. While Lori's beauty and high-profile connections might make it seem like she could have her pick of partners, her ties with Diddy are now being viewed through a lens of potential business arrangements rather than heartfelt affection. And as if this tangled web wasn't enough, Cat Williams has recently stirred the pot even further with shocking claims about Steve Harvey. According to Williams, Harvey allegedly made a soul-binding pact with Hollywood itself, a bombshell revelation that has left fans questioning how deep the entertainment industry's secrets truly go.
I think Steve Harvey's some stand-up ass man. No, my he kissed this old girl who owned TV One. He used to kiss her. That's how he had the radio.
The feud between Cat Williams and Steve Harvey traces back to December 2008, when Williams openly criticized Harvey during a Christmas season show. This public altercation marked the inception of their ongoing conflict, which has endured for over a decade. It's crucial to recognize that both Williams and Harvey have had disagreements with other comedians in the past, and this incident was just one example of their clash within the comedy community. Even one internet user wrote, "He's not even worth the comment I was going to type. I'm glad Cat calling him out, and there are a few others that he should call out." Another one added, "Cat Williams knows what's going on. He reminds me of Dick Gregory. He tells you things, and if you have any sense, you can figure it out yourself." The roots of the feud between Cat Williams and Steve Harvey can be traced back to a bold public challenge issued by Williams. He asserted that he could outshine Harvey and seize the title of the King of Comedy during an upcoming New Year's Eve show where both comedians were headlining. This challenge ignited the flames of their ongoing conflict, setting the stage for years of tension and discord between them.
I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the record straight.
Allegedly, Jamie Foxx became embroiled in the conflict as well. While working as a radio host, Fox aired a clip of Cat Williams disparaging Steve Harvey, potentially escalating their feud. Williams, ahead of their joint comedy performance, warned Harvey, "I apologize in advance for what's coming, but once you step on that stage, know that it's your last stint as the King of Comedy. Things find their own level. You can't halt it, my friend. It is what it is, so brace yourself. You better have a squad of writers. You'll need at least 6 or 7. In response to the clip, Steve Harvey phoned into the radio show, expressing his confusion over the entire ordeal. Jamie Foxx's involvement added another dimension to the ongoing dispute between Cat Williams and Steve Harvey.
You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time.
On the much-anticipated evening of the event, Cat Williams seized the spotlight and unleashed a barrage of punches aimed at Steve Harvey's comedic reputation, all while lightheartedly ribbing his attire and hairstyle. Addressing the audience, Williams likely delivered cutting yet humorous jabs at Harvey throughout his performance, quipping, "Let's hear it for Steve Harvey, one of the greats. But he ain't ready for what's coming tonight, not in any shape or form. I don't get why he's out here with all this money y'all spent on tickets, talking about some lady in the crowd for 15 minutes, but won't give me the same attention I'm about to give his sorry behind." Cat Williams didn't stumble into fame and fortune. He clawed his way up from the streets of Avondale, Cincinnati. He built his comedic empire brick by brick, honing his craft in venues across the nation, from the bustling sidewalks of Oklahoma to the vibrant stages of Oakland. Through sheer grit and determination, Williams fearlessly delivered his routines, crafting a style uniquely his own. When it comes to Steve Harvey, he's often celebrated as a dedicated family man, cherishing his loved ones above all else. Yet, Cat Williams challenges this image, suggesting that Harvey is nothing more than a fraud, hiding his authentic self behind a meticulously crafted mask for years. According to Cat, opinions on Steve's comedic talent vary widely depending on who you ask, which adds layers to their relationship dynamics and shapes public perception of Harvey's persona.
You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed that you get off stage.
Indeed, Cat Williams has cemented his place not just as a comedic powerhouse, but also as a prominent whistleblower in Hollywood. His outspokenness extends beyond the stage, as he fearlessly addresses a myriad of issues and controversies within the entertainment industry. Williams isn't one to shy away from shining a light on matters that are frequently swept under the rug or ignored altogether.
Doing drugs in the ATL, the excuse himself, go to the bathroom or something.
According to Cat Williams, Steve Harvey's public image isn't universally adored. Depending on who you ask, Harvey is either hailed as one of the funniest individuals alive or viewed as a celebrity with a somewhat tarnished reputation. Williams has suggested that Harvey may have undisclosed aspects in his past, including rumors of mistreating his staff. Persistent rumors have circulated about the renowned comedian and talk show host's treatment of his staff. Moreover, after his talk show relocated to Los Angeles, Harvey purportedly issued a controversial memo to his new staff, outlining demands typically associated with tour writers. These allegations have only added fuel to the existing tension between the two comedians.
And I could not find a way to walk from the stage to my dressing room, to sit in my makeup chair, to walk from my dressing room to the stage.
In the leaked memo, Steve Harvey wrote, "My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who has the intent to see or speak to me. I want all the ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment. I have been taken advantage of by my lenient policy in the past. This ends now. No more. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell." Steve Harvey defended himself by stating that the controversial memo was an attempt to secure more free time during his day. He explained that the memo was sent to address what he perceived as a too lenient open-door policy during his show's run in Chicago. Harvey reiterated this defense a few days later while discussing the leaked letter with Entertainment Tonight. "Look, man, I'm in my makeup chair. They walk in the room. I'm having lunch. They walk in. They don't knock," he continued. "I'm in the hallway. I'm getting ambushed by people with friends that come to the show and having me sign this and do this. I just said, wait a minute. And in hindsight, I probably should have handled it a little bit differently." Cat Williams seems to have legitimate reasons for his grievances against Steve Harvey. In November 2015, the Think Like a Man author faced a lawsuit for allegedly reneging on plans to lease a private jet. This occurred after over $400,000 worth of renovations had been initiated, reportedly at Harvey's request. The requested enhancements included custom carpet, a reconfiguration of the interior cabin from 16 seats to 14 seats, custom seat design, and new upper and lower cabin sidewalls, according to TMZ reports.
According to a private jet company, he did not pay the bill.
This is a fabulous story.
After they customized the hell out of the thing for him.
Cat Williams has also alleged that Steve Harvey, who starred as a high school music teacher on 1996's The Steve Harvey Show, lifted the premise of his show from comedian Mark Curry. Curry starred as teacher Mark Cooper on the sitcom Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, which debuted in 1992. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had, Williams said. Now Steve got a sitcom where he's the principal and he wears a suit. Williams also criticized Harvey's acting abilities, challenging Harvey's claim that he didn't want to pursue a film career. "You couldn't be a movie star," Williams said. "There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asked for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You have to have range." In a critical stance on fellow comics Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and Ricky Smiley during an appearance on the Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams aimed to address what he considered as untruths spread about him by lowbrow comedians on the show. He characterized Cedric, Harvey, and Smiley as a gang, stating, "For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. All of these dudes are co-entwined, and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth." Williams accused Cedric the Entertainer of stealing a joke from his comedy set in the late 90s, a joke he also performed on the BET program Comic View. In describing the situation, Williams stated, "This is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke. In 1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the original Kings of Comedy, and he's doing it verbatim." Initially, Williams had given Cedric a pass for using the joke, but his stance changed when Cedric denied taking from Williams' material. Williams remarked, "He thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know." Cedric the Entertainer responded to Williams in the comments section of an Instagram post featuring a clip from the Club Shay Shay podcast, dismissing Williams' allegation as revisionist history. "Regardless of whatever Cat's opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke Cat Williams claims is his," Cedric wrote Wednesday. "I've been in over 40 movies, my specials, and brand speak volumes for I Am. The people I have put on, including Cat in the Hat, at the Gibson Amphitheater. So it seems Steve's ascent to stardom might have played a role in potentially impacting Laurie's future. Recently, Suge Knight, a heavyweight in the industry who witnessed Diddy's rise to fame, dropped some bombshells. He insinuated that Diddy has a team to cover up his messes whenever he slips up, and guess who he implicated? You guessed it, Laurie's father, Steve Harvey. This former Death Row Records mogul didn't just casually mention Steve Harvey's name as a potential fixer for Diddy. He also hinted at a paper trail connecting Diddy's PR cleanups back to Steve. Now, why would a successful celebrity like Steve stoop to the level of cleaning up someone else's messes, especially when that person, who's roughly the same age as Steve, is dating his daughter? That's the million-dollar question.
What's up, boy? My man. Appreciate you, man.
It appears that according to some self-appointed sleuths on social media, Steve might be deeply entangled with Diddy, and not in a positive light. Here's the scoop. Harvey is undeniably a powerhouse in the industry, and one would assume that would exempt him from having to answer to other entertainers. However, it seems Diddy might be the exception to that rule. Recent reports suggest that Steve might be following orders from the notorious CEO to the extent that even his own family members aren't immune. Yes, you read that correctly. These allegations don't just revolve around Steve, they also involve his daughter. Over time, there have been murmurs suggesting that Steve Harvey could have been doing Diddy's bidding.
Where I'm not doing anything that's going to compromise my peace and happiness.
It seems those rumors were more than just hearsay. Recently, amidst the ongoing Tupac saga, Suge Knight, Diddy's longtime adversary, unleashed some bombshells, including revelations about Steve Harvey. Knight questioned the authenticity of the love that the celebrity host professed for the legendary rapper, sparking considerable controversy. Knight portrayed Harvey not merely as a casual associate of Diddy's, but as someone who turned it into a lucrative sideline. He also implied that Harvey was shielding an individual widely suspected to be involved in the demise of the All Eyes on Me artist, intensifying the drama even further.
If you love Pac so much, how you with everybody say got something to do with the first get down that happened to Pac in New York, then the second one. Since you want to bring up the sorcerer.
In further unraveling the complex narrative, Knight unveiled Harvey's apparent disregard for Tupac's legacy by downplaying the significance of the infamous East Coast-West Coast feud. This feud not only profoundly impacted Tupac's life, but also claimed the lives of several others, including Biggie Smalls. Yet, Steve appears to have persuaded the public that Diddy bore no responsibility for the violence and turmoil that ensued during that tumultuous period. It appears that cleaning up messes was just the tip of the iceberg for Steve's role with the business mogul. There are suggestions that he might have been tasked with much more, such as allegedly offering up his own daughter to Diddy. What's even more startling is that Lori's relationship with Diddy might not have been for the reasons the public initially believed. The model and entrepreneur recently addressed these rumors in an interview with E! News, disclosing that she often hears claims about being in a relationship with someone whom she hasn't even met in person.
I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we have like this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before.
Lori Harvey's denial of dating music mogul Diddy, despite being spotted with him, numerous Lori Harvey's denial of her rumored romance with music mogul Diddy, despite being seen together on numerous occasions, has left fans questioning the truth behind their relationship. Her reluctance to confirm the speculation has fueled suspicions, especially given the timing of recent controversies surrounding Diddy. The music icon is now at the center of serious allegations, with Cassie accusing him of assault and battery. This lawsuit has sent shockwaves through the industry, with rumors swirling that multiple women are preparing to step forward with similar allegations if Cassie moves forward with her case. The scenario is drawing comparisons to high-profile scandals involving R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and Harvey Weinstein, where the courage of one survivor often paved the way for others to share their stories. The lawsuit claims that Diddy used his influence and vast network to trap Cassie in a toxic and controlling relationship. This paints a darker picture of the entertainment industry, where power dynamics often go unchecked, and public personas can starkly contrast private realities. Meanwhile, Steve Harvey finds himself under the microscope as well. His recent reflective post on social media, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending," garnered both praise and criticism. While some applauded his optimistic tone, others revisited long-standing controversies surrounding Harvey's relationship with the late Bernie Mac. Fans of Mac have accused Harvey of appropriating his jokes and even trying to sabotage his career, particularly during the original Kings of Comedy tour and the subsequent film. "That's what you did with the Mac and y'all forgot about that," the user wrote. But Harvey's post did receive some praise from others who said, "I know that's right. And you're the author of your own story. Write a new chapter and rise above the past negativity." These claims were reignited after Cat Williams' candid interview on Club Shay Shay, where he criticized Harvey's professional ethics. As Harvey's past controversies resurface, Cat Williams has positioned himself as a vocal critic, refusing to let the comedian-turned-TV host escape accountability. Williams has a history of exposing the darker side of Hollywood, and his comments have only added fuel to the fire. Now, with Samuel L. Jackson reportedly stepping into the fray, the drama has reached new heights. Jackson, known for his no-nonsense attitude and loyalty to those he respects, seems unwilling to let Harvey's alleged misdeeds against Bernie Mac and others be swept under the rug. While Steve Harvey's immense success and charisma have helped him weather past controversies, the combined scrutiny from Cat Williams and Samuel L. Jackson could mark a turning point. The brewing storm around Harvey, Diddy, and Lori Harvey underscores how celebrity connections can unravel in ways that reveal deeper truths about power, loyalty, and justice in the entertainment industry. As more details emerge, it seems clear that these tangled narratives are far from over, and fans and critics alike are paying close attention. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.